Welcome to another interesting sessions of English language advanced level. We are all aware that all of you are doing very well in your core main subjects, aiming at getting high grades. But still, for all children, you cannot neglect the English language. English language is the global language of this world. It is spoken and used and officially accepted as the official language of more than 50 countries. And after all, we know all of you have studied English for more than 10 years in your school career, and then you cannot forget this subject. So it is our aim that by following these lessons, you will gain thorough knowledge in English language and get a good pass in your advanced level examination. And all of you are aware, you have to answer 5-hour paper of English, English 1 and English 2. So by following these lessons that we are presenting you, you will be able to gain an access to this curriculum and improve your confidence in the subject and do it very well. And after all, English language is the language of communication all over the world, as well as it is a language that you are using for technology, for science and for higher education. And I am sure all of you are not going to stop your education after your A-levels. You want to go further. So English helps you to go further in your education. And if you want to go for an employment, if you know English very well, you stand out from the rest of the people as a person who do things in English much better than the other people. So let's go to our lesson today, and it is going to be a very interesting lesson of learning something very simple. So our lesson today is introduce the form and use a simple present continuous form. Simple present continuous form is something that you have learned many times throughout your school life, but still for all basic things are important. So let's go to this lesson. So I'll be introducing you the simple present continuous form, as well as I will be revising the use of going to form, and I will be revising past continuous form and future continuous form. All right, present continuous tense. So we are going to look at what is the form and what is the affirmative and then the question form. The present continuous tense is formed with the present tense of the auxiliary verb be plus the present participle. So present continuous is something that we use very often. What am I doing here now? I am teaching you. And what are you doing over there? You are following the lesson. You are seated with your book and you are going through your book and you are listening to me. You are taking down the notes. So this is some basic tense that we are using in everyday life situations when you want to describe things. Okay, let's go to our example. I'm studying for my examination. You are listening to music. He, she, it is running fast. We are watching a drama. They are playing football. As I said, verb be plus present participle is the affirmative form. Negative. I am not studying for my examination. Simply, you are not listening to music. He, she, it is not running fast. We are not watching a drama. They are not playing football. As simple as you are telling, I am not watching television at this time. I am not taking my breakfast this time. I am not traveling by bus this time. I am not watching a movie this time. So these are some basic steps of putting a simple present continuous tense into negative. Simply you insert not, then grammatically your sentence is correct as it is there. I am not studying. You are not listening. He, she, it not running. We are not watching a drama. They are not playing football. So some of these basic form are very familiar with you all. Interrogative, question form. What are you doing? You may have heard it so many times from your teachers. Am I studying for my examination? Are you listening to music? Is he, she, it running fast? Are we watching a drama? Are they playing football? So some of the basic questions where you take the am, are, is out and form the question and make sure there is a question mark at the end of the sentence. So these are some of the basic interrogative questions that you ask. What are you doing? Where are you going? When are you coming back? Are some of the very basic questions we are asking using this form. When you look at contraction forms, the contractions are that you make the longer word short and tell it. So here we have I am. So you say I am studying for my examination. I am playing cricket in the evening. I am going to the shop with my mother. I am planning to go out with my parents this evening. Okay, then you are, we say you are. You are listening to music. You are listening to your teacher. You are studying your subjects. You are cleaning your bedroom. You are cleaning your house. So examples like that we can use, as well as he, she, it is, we say his, she's, it's running fast. He's making a lot of noise here. She's sweeping the garden. It is eating its breakfast. So these are some of the examples of contractions. The spelling of the present continuous, so you have to make a note of it because this is sometimes confusing. So verbs ending in a single E, A, sound A, or this E is dropped before ing. Argue, arguing. Hate, hating. Love, loving. Choose, choosing. Drive, driving. But there are exceptions. Exceptions are the things that we consider against the rule. The rule is something like this, but there are other things that we are accepted. So that is the one. First word is age, other one is die. So age, we don't drop E and we still add ing, aging, and die, we don't drop E and we add dying. So verbs ending in double E. Look at these three words: agree, agreeing, see, seeing, flee, fleeing. You would notice that double E is kept. No, there is no change in the double E. We just add ing, ing, ing. Agree, agreeing. See, seeing. Flee, fleeing. Verbs that are double before ing. So there are certain words before adding ing, the last letter is doubled, as it is here. T, N, P, T, N, R, L is doubled here to form a continuous form. Hit, hitting, H-I-T-T-I-N-G. Run, running. Stop, stopping. Admit, admitting. Begin, beginning. Prefer, preferring. Signal, signaling. So make sure these letters are doubled. Begin, beginning. Prefer, preferring. Signal, signaling. Verbs ending in Y are added ing without change of spelling. So verbs ending in Y are added ing without change of spelling. Look at these words: carry, enjoy, hurrying, fly, by. Carry, so the rule is y are added ing without change of spelling. So carry, carrying, ing is added without any change of dropping or adding anything. Enjoy, enjoying. Hurry, hurrying. Fly, flying. Buy, buying. So we can get back again and three things we learned about the spellings of the present continuous. So first thing we learned was single E. This E is dropped before the ing. So E is dropped first. Like in these words, argue, hate, love, choose and drive, E is dropped here. Then next we learn when there is double E, ending with double E, there is no change in two E's. We just add ing like agree, seeing and fleeing. Then verbs that are double before ing, that is what we learned just before. Hit, hitting, run, double N. Stop, double P. Admit, double T. Begin, N, two N's. Prefer, preferring and signal, signaling. So those are the spellings rules of simple present continuous. And the words ending in y are added ing without change of spelling. Again, carry, carrying, enjoy, enjoying, hurry, hurrying, fly, flying, buy, buying. Here the spelling rule is verbs ending in y are added ing without change of spelling. So make sure the y is remaining and ing is added. There is no change here with y, like carry, carrying, enjoy, enjoying, hurry, hurrying, fly, flying, buy, buying. So these are the some basic conditions of present continuous tense spelling rules. So let's move forward. So we come to the important point of use of this tense. A, for the action happening now. Action is happening now. I am teaching, you are listening, my sister is playing with her doll, my brother is playing cricket, my mother is reading, father is walking in the garden. So actions that is happening now. Like I have given here, it is raining, they are playing cricket, she is watching television. I am not coming with you as I have one more class. What is mother doing? Still cooking? So question form. So simple present tense is basically used to denote, show the actions that is happening at this moment. What is going on at this moment? What is happening now? So that is what we say, it is raining. That means now at this moment we are experiencing the rain, we are experiencing it. They are playing cricket. So at this moment they are playing cricket. She is watching television. I am not coming with you as I have one more class. What is mother doing? Still cooking. So these are all actions that is happening at this moment. So that is one use of simple present continuous tense for the action happening now. Then B, for the action happening about this time but not necessarily at the moment of speaking. So I am studying computer science for my AL. She is teaching English and French to her class. They are practicing for the final match on Sunday. I am reading a play by Anton Chekhov. She is working for a Japanese company. So these are not the actions that is happening at this moment. They are not happening now, but still they are the actions that they are doing as they have been doing for some time. These are actions that is continuing for a period of time. I am studying computer science for my A-level. So you know A-level, the syllabus is almost 2 years. So during that time I am studying computer science. She is teaching English and French to her class, so she has been teaching for many years maybe, so that we can say she is teaching English and French to her class. They are practicing for the final match on Sunday, so they have practiced it for last few weeks and maybe these last 2 days also. So we can say they are practicing for the final match on Sunday. I am reading a play by Anton Chekhov, so maybe I have begun that about few weeks back, but still I am reading it. So we can say I am reading a play by Anton Chekhov. She is working for a Japanese company, so she is still working. She has started it for a long time back, maybe a few years back, but still she is working. So she is telling she is working for a Japanese company. So second use is action happening about this time, but not necessarily at the moment of speaking. Okay, let's go to the next one. C, for a definite arrangement in the near future, talking about one's immediate plans. Some actions you have already planned, so you want to talk about those actions. Here also we are using simple present continuous form. Like in this example, I am meeting the principal at 10:30. I am going to see my grandmother tomorrow. I am playing with my friends this evening. So definite arrange future plans, we can talk in this form. I am meeting the principal at 10:30. Any suggestions? Question form, are you doing anything this evening? We are playing the match at 4 p.m. She's flying to Dubai tomorrow morning. The results is coming on Wednesday. So actions are pre-planned and they are definite, so that we can talk about it using the present continuous form. I am taking 3 subjects for my A-level. I am planning to see my grandparents next month. So this kind of pre-planned actions, definite arranged actions, we can use present continuous form and talk about them. So that is the use of C. Then other possible use of the tense, present continuous. With always, okay, we use the word always, and then we make sentences to give a little bit different meaning. For frequently repeated actions, usually when the frequency annoys the speaker or seems unreasonable to him. Okay? With always, we use frequently repeated actions, always talking, always running, always buying things, always scolding, always complaining. Maybe you have heard those things, familiar with those words. So frequently repeated actions, when that annoys as a complaint, we use with always and simple present continuous tense. Look at these sentences. She is always reporting late. They are always talking in the class. The buses are always coming late. She is always buying clothes. He is always drinking cold water. So before the verb ing, we have the word always, and with that we make sure the listener understand that you are irritated, you are not very happy, you are not happy with the action that the other person is doing. Maybe you are annoyed. So in the question form you can ask, why are you always talking in the class? Why are you always laughing when I am teaching? Why are you always complaining about your friends? So this form we use with always, frequently repeated actions, but those actions you are annoyed, you are irritated about these actions, so that you complain about this action using this form with always. Look at these sentences. She is always reporting late. So your boss or your principal or some superior or even the class teacher is a bit angry about it. So she's using this form and complaining. She's always coming late to the class. She's always submitting her assignments late. She's always giving excuses. So with always, we use this simple present continuous form to show our displeasure and our irritation about somebody's action. Okay, again with always, for an action which appears to be continuous, which looks like action that is taking place over a period, continuous period. I'm always advising to others. He's always working. He's always practicing music. She's always cooking her favorite dishes. They are always playing computer games. When you look at these sentences, what do you feel? Are they compliments or complaints? So they all look like kind of complaints by somebody of someone who has done some work repeatedly for a long period, and the other person has got irritated about it. So that is why he's complaining, he's telling, I'm always advising to others, maybe I should stop it. He's always working, not taking a rest. So the people at home, maybe they are not happy about it. So they are telling, he's always working, he's not coming to join with us. He doesn't want to go out. He's always practicing music. So many people at home are disturbed. So they are complaining about this habit. She's always cooking her favorite dishes. They are always playing computer games. So again, for an action which appears to be continuous and still other people are irritated by that, other people are not very much happy about the action. So there we use again the always to complain or give a tone of irritation, displeasure, using always and present continuous form. Then the verbs, we do not usually take the continuous tense. There are certain words that we don't say in continuous tense. Now these are some of the words: agree, consist, dislike, hear, like, see, belong, contain, forget, know, need, want. You may have heard these words being used in continuous form, like I'm hearing a sound, I'm hearing a strange sound, but in the correct grammatical form we cannot use it, but in the speaking form we use sometimes seeing or liking. I have a liking for the music, that kind of music, but remember, in correct grammatical form we don't consider them as verbs that can add ing. Agree, consist, dislike, hear, like, see, belong, contain, forget, know, need, want. So let's do some exercise. Hope you can remember all what I taught so far. So fill the blanks with a simple or continuous present tense. So when you get a passage like this, you are definitely getting passages for your reading exercises in the A-level paper. So what you should do is, when you get a passage like this, you must, with the blanks, you must first read the passage and get a basic idea about the passage. So that is one of the main technique in handling a reading passage. So this is, as you look at it, you will see this is Joanne D'Souza reporting live from the stadium on today's National Day celebration. So he's talking about National Day celebration, and then he's telling various other people, those who are coming, the Prime Minister and his wife have come, and then the third one, the sirens are blaring. So what is happening? So then you have a basic idea as you go through what you are going to read. So you are going to read about a passage about a National Day celebration, and then this you have this first sentence. This is Joanne D'Souza reporting live from stadium on today's National Day celebration. So something that is happening at this moment. But our instruction says you can use simple or continuous present tense form. So maybe I would prefer that we will be using more of present continuous form because we are learning present continuous form. So let's look at first 3 blanks. This is Joanne D'Souza reporting live from the stadium on today's National Day celebration. Today's National Day celebration, so live report, live coverage. So he's telling us that he is covering this National Day celebration events, and he's telling us as he looking at the incident that is happening. So he tell the first sentence, people from all walks of life. We have within brackets B, correct answer, you may be knowing, walks of life already streaming into this place to watch the events. Students from more than 15 schools, brackets, stand ready to perform traditional dances. The armed services band take their places on the podium, their musical instruments gleaming in the sun. So it's a very interesting passage with a lot of visuals given to you all as the radio announcer is giving you the live coverage. So let's go to the blanks. So what is the first blank? People from all walks of life are already streaming into this place to watch the events. Students from more than 15 schools are standing ready to perform traditional dances. The armed services band is taking their place on the podium, their musical instruments gleaming in the sun. So you have a beautiful picture that is given by Joanne D'Souza. Then he's to go to the next important events. The Prime Minister and his wife have just come through the main entrance. He shake hands with many representatives of foreign missions. Now the couple make their way to the front where members of the cabinet wait. So let's fill the blanks. The Prime Minister and his wife have just come through the main entrance. He is shaking hands with many representatives of foreign missions. Now the couple is making their way to the front where members of the cabinet are waiting. Okay, so I said this passage also we can use simple present tense, but still for all, as we are talking about present continuous tense, I used present continuous on everything. Then the sirens are blaring now. They announce the approach of the royal motorcade. The motorcade view its way past the main gates of the stadium. The Prime Minister stepped forward to welcome the King and the Queen. The armed forces fire a salute to honor the King. Let's try to fill the blanks. The sirens are blaring now. They are announcing, okay, there is an E at the end, so you know the rule. They are announcing the approach of the royal motorcade. The motorcade is weaving its way. Weave may be an unusual verb for you at this time, but I'll explain to you later. The motorcade weave its way past the main gates of the stadium. The motorcade is weaving its way past the main gates of the stadium. The Prime Minister is stepping, okay, P, so you know the rule, what is happening here to the P. The Prime Minister stepping forward to welcome the King and the Queen. The armed forces is firing, F-I-R-E, so you know what is happening to the E. Armed forces is firing a salute of honor the king. Okay. So, as we look at it, the sirens are blaring now. They are announcing the approach of the royal motorcade. The motorcade is weaving its way past the main gates of the stadium. The Prime Minister is stepping forward to welcome the king and the queen. The armed forces are firing a salute to honor the king. So, this exercise we did mainly to practice present continuous form, but still for all you can use simple present tense also in certain places. What are the places we can use simple present tense here? People from all walks of life are here, there is no change, are already steaming into this place to watch the event. Students from more than 15 schools, you can stand ready to perform traditional dances. The armed services band, if you use simple present tense, it takes. The armed services band takes, they are placed on the podium, there are musical instruments gleaming in the sun. The Prime Minister and his wife have just come through the main entrance. He, if you use simple present tense, he shakes hands with many representatives of foreign missions. Now the couple make or makes, couple. So, now the couple makes. Sometimes you may get confused, you will think couple, two people, but it is a, remember children, it is a collective noun. So, collective nouns always take a singular verb. So, the couple makes their way to the front where members of the cabinet waits. The sirens are blaring, they announce the approach of the royal motorcade. The motorcade, again a collective noun, motorcade is collective noun, so that you have to take the singular verb, weaves its way past the main gates of the stadium. So, children, sometimes you may wonder what is the meaning of weave here. We usually say weaving clothes, but it is a kind of figurative language, like he want to create a beautiful picture to your mind, so that he is telling the motorcade weaves its way past the main gates of the stadium. The Prime Minister, you can say, steps forward to welcome the king and the queen. The armed forces is firing, again armed forces is a collective noun. Armed forces fires a salute of honor the king. So, as we discussed here, we looked at how we can use simple as well as continuous present tense. So, I emphasize, as we are doing continuous present tense, I use mostly continuous form, but still some verbs you can use a simple present tense also. Okay, let us go to the next. Okay, there is the exercise B. Have a look at this exercise B. So, you try to fill the blanks with correct form of the simple present continuous tense. We have 5 sentences here. First one, my son blank talk on the phone right now. So, we have a clear indicator, clear hint right now, at this moment it is happening. So, my son is talking on the phone right now. Second one, question mark, you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Number 3, Jason, his homework at the moment. Jason is doing his homework at the moment. See, we have a clear indication of the action that is happening now. Number 4, Tom on a project nowadays. So, as I said before, an action that has started before and it is still continuing, we can use the simple present continuous form. Tom is working on a project nowadays. My kids play in the garden now. Now, these are the time indicators, now, nowadays, at the moment. right now. These are the hints for you to make sure the correct form of the verb. So, you know as you see the word now, nowadays, at the moment, right now, it should be simple present continuous tense. My kids are playing in the garden now. Let's go to the other exercises. 6 to 10, wait, not cook, Lucas study, Ryan play, paint. Okay, let's look at it. Some people wait to talk to you. Some people are waiting to talk to you. Number 7, my wife is not cooking today. My wife is not cooking today. Number 8, Lucas study for his exam right now. So, it's a question, so you have to take the verb first. Is Lucas studying for his exam right now? Ryan play the piano. Is Ryan playing the piano now? Leah and I are painting the fences today. Let's go to the next activity. 11 to 15. My father watch what she eat right now. Your dog hide from me. What book you read nowadays? Thomas drive me home now. Okay, number 11. My father is watching TV now. What is she eating right now? Is your dog hiding from me? Is your dog hiding from me? Look at the word hide, and that's E, so you know the rule. What book are you reading nowadays? Thomas is driving me home now. So, we learned simple present tense and we did 2 exercises, and I am sure that you are comfortable in using simple present tense and even continuous form in a much more understanding way after this lesson. So, let us go to some different scenario where you may have heard these expressions very often while you are talking or listening to other people. I have put it as, hope you are familiar with the following expressions. I am going to buy a bicycle. She is not going to be there. We are going to meet the principal today. Is she going to wear a sari? They are going to have the discussion in the afternoon. So, as you look at it, you may think this is simple present continuous tense because there is ing form, going, going, going. But it is not that. This is a one way of expressing about your future intention, what you have planned to do in future. So, make sure that you don't get confused. This going to form be the simple present continuous form. So, you can very well talk about your definite plan using this form. I am going to buy a bicycle. I am not going to see her. I am not going to come with you. I am going to do shopping tomorrow. So, going with future intentions, but not present continuous. Look at it again. Going to form is used to express an intention that is to be done in future, but not the continuous form as we have learned previously. I am going to buy a bicycle. She is not going to be there. We are going to meet the principal today. Is she going to wear a sari? Are they going to have the discussion in the afternoon? Like this, this using of going to form is mainly to show your intention and activity that you are planning to do in future. All right, let's look at some other forms of continuous tenses. So, we already learned the present continuous with its past continuous and future continuous. So let's look at past continuous and future continuous. Past continuous is used for past actions which continued for some time. So look at these sentences, and with the different coloring I have put it. They, the drama. I, for my test. The children to the main hall. I, book, question sentence, was cleaning the garden. So this is the past continuous tense. So it is all, there also the common thing you see is ing is added with the past tense verb. For singular, was. For plural, were. And questions, if it is he, she, it, was. Okay, let's look at it. They were practicing the drama. Sometimes in the past, they were doing something, practicing the drama. I was studying for my test. Sometimes in the past, you were studying for your test. The children were entering the main hall. Someday, some 2-3 days before, they were entering the main hall. I was reading a book. Was he cleaning the garden? In the question form, was he cleaning the garden? So we'll go for the more examples of the past continuous. So the first sentence, they were chatting happily, but now they are quarreling. They were discussing the project and my brother was listening music. I was completing my homework when father returned home. She was preparing for the journey when her friends visited her. They all were shouting when principal entered the class. So here you have kind of complex sentences and they give more meaning in context in using past continuous tense. Look at the first sentence. They were chatting happily. Few minutes before, maybe half an hour before, maybe hour before, they were chatting happily, but now they are quarreling. So we have come to the present situation and telling now they are quarreling, now they are not doing it properly. We were discussing the project and my brother was listening to music. They were discussing the project and brother was listening music. So we were doing something and brother was doing something. So we have two past continuous act joined by an. Third one, I was completing my homework when father returned home. This sentence shows the movement of action. I was completing my homework when father returned home. So one action is continuing, other action completed. Father returned home. When father returned home, I was completing my homework. She was preparing for the journey when her friends visited her. It is also very much similar. One action is continuing, other action completed. She was preparing for the journey when her friends visited her. They all were shouting when principal entered the class. So they were shouting and principal entered the class. So past continuous with more complex sentence gives exactly what really happened when one action is completed, the other action was continuing. Like in this example, they were chatting happily when they were quarreling. They were discussing the project and my brother was listening to music. I was completing my homework when father returned home. She was preparing for the journey when her friends visited her. They all were shouting when principal entered the class. So we looked at how past continuous is used in sentences. They were practicing as simply as that, were practicing, were studying, were entering, was reading, and in the question one, was he cleaning? And then they were chatting, were discussing, was completing, was preparing, was shouting. So what is left now? We did past continuous also. Let's go to the next, future continuous tense. We use this tense to refer to action or situations which will be going on at a certain time in the future. Look at the highlighted form, and then you will be able to understand how it is formed. You already know we use will, and with continuous form we use will be playing, will be sending, will be moving, will be entering. Raj and I will be planning to visit our class teacher next Sunday. Okay, let's look at it. We will be playing a friendly match on 10th May. So we said certain time in the future. So future time indicator is given very clearly in the first sentence. We will be playing a friendly match on 10th May. I will be sending the book by tomorrow. Time is indicated very clearly. We will be moving to our new apartment by tomorrow evening. Time is indicated very clearly. Ruan will be entering next round of the competition. So future continuous is mainly gives us a time and then the sentence. We will be playing. So remember, will be play ing. We will be playing a friendly match on 10th May. Okay, let's try to put this to negative. We will be playing a friendly match on 10th May. What is the negative of this? We simply insert not. We will not be playing a friendly match on 10th May. I will not be sending the book by tomorrow. We will not be moving to our new apartment by tomorrow evening. Ruan will not be entering next round of the competition. What about questions? We can also form questions from this, for simply taking will out, will at the very beginning of the sentence. Will we be playing a friendly match on 10th May? Will I be sending the books by tomorrow? Will we be moving to our new apartment by tomorrow evening? Will Ruan be entering next round of the competition? So we looked at the simple present continuous, past continuous and future continuous. So let's practice what we have done. Let's revise what we have learned so far. We'll go to this exercise. Choose the correct verb forms to complete the sentences. We have 4 sentences. Let's look at tomorrow evening we to our new office. Tomorrow evening, so we have a time indicator very clearly, tomorrow evening. We are moving, were moving, will be moving to our new office. Because it is tomorrow, it is very clear we cannot take past tense, were moving. Is it between are moving or will be moving? So because we have given the clear indicator tomorrow evening, so we can most probably, most correct one is will be moving to our new office. Number 2, our college, the next match on 15th of April. Our college, next match on 15th of April. So we are given a future date, a definite date. Was hosting, is hosting, will be hosting. So what is the correct one? Was hosting, next match. So you understand, we are very clearly talking about something that is going to happen in future. So our college will be hosting the next match on 15th of April. I hear that to Canada soon. I hear that to Canada soon. I hear that you are leaving, were leaving, will be leaving to Canada soon. We can use are leaving or will be leaving because both can indicate the future form. So we can use I hear that you are leaving to Canada soon, or I hear that you will be leaving to Canada soon. Number 4, the snake in the bushes when Dilshan stepped on it suddenly. Dilshan stepped. So this is a past tense verb. So what is the continuous form we are using? Present, past or future. The snake is hiding, was hiding, will be hiding in the bushes when Dilshan stepped on it suddenly. So the correct form is, because it is here, the verb is past tense, so we are using the snake was hiding in the bushes when Dilshan stepped on it suddenly. Sentences 5 to 8. At this time next week. Okay, so we are given a definite time frame, time period. At this time of next week, we at his birthday party. We are enjoying, were enjoying, will be enjoying. So will be enjoying is the most correct answer. Number 6, my parents in our neighborhood this morning when they witnessed an accident. Again, past tense verb, very clear. Witness an accident, and then this morning. So are walking, were walking, will be walking in our neighborhood. Witness an accident. So we have a one past tense verb, very clear. So the correct answer is were walking. The river Nile through Egypt and enters the Sea of Alexandria. The river Nile is flowing, was flowing, will be flowing. So river Nile is something that is already existing there. So the correct form is the river Nile is flowing through Egypt and enters the Sea of Alexandria. Number 8, when my father in Dubai, he traveled to many parts of UAE. Traveled, we have a past tense verb. When my father was working in Dubai, he traveled to many parts of UAE. All right. So we have come to our lesson today. So in this lesson, you learned the simple continuous tense. You learned to use it and different functions of it, and you practice it in exercises. You also learn the revision of going to form, and we revise the past continuous and future continuous forms, compare the use of 3 continuous forms, practice them in exercises. So I believe that you are benefited by this lesson, and I hope you learn the importance of simple present continuous tense. I wish you all the best. Goodbye. Stay safe.